Good morning, Lord, you everyone. Before you may come, Lord, first block out, Lord, prayer. You want them, you may stand up. Everyone, you may stand up. Or you may sing, Lord, chorus. We give all the glory to Jesus. We give all the glory to Jesus. And the love is love, and the love is love. We give all the glory to Jesus, and the love is wonderful love. Thank you. Let's have a sit down. We want them to take one short passage, Lord, this morning. Lord, 1 Corinthians 30, 1 Corinthians 10, verses 31. Lord, English, whatever you do it for the glory of God. And me have one passage where time when me comes down, or stop asking, me take him small reflection, lot of lokot, me choose passage up, lot alemolsem. Medical have more cannabis, and me one very sensitive something where you must have talk about. Lo yesterday, time when me stop talem lo woman lo me say bye. Tomorrow kita lo agriculture ali invite me lo me stop lo one training or one workshop also. After him me say you must make him good from where only after boy plo you me or stop involved or something I finish. No could you stop talk him about it just go more no could he had to be control him. Now passage here me take him lo more them talk him also say whatever Paul him tell him out law church lo Corinth one way you take him or one way you make him. Him one instruction equal one man more woman lo time long all keta. One action where you take him either big action or one small action. Also where you stop treeing or you stop kakai or you stop making one something lo work or activity where God him in trust him you lo him make him to the glory of God. Whatever you may do him as you may discuss whenever you may stop talk lo him lo today or practicality or whenever you make him lo tomorrow. God him stop looking or watch him you must be very careful how you may handle him. Whenever you may stop one them government you may instruct them you may carry out lo him. You may join law Facebook or law prayer, you may pray. Father, every praise, glory, more honor, him employ all time from where you deserve him. Before I come before you, Lord, this morning, Lord, praise him, you, lift him up, high name, Lord, you. Father, before I tell him thank you. Wisdom and knowledge, Lord, you, is have a give him, Lord, me, continue, plus, stop with him, before I go through, Lord, workshop or training, Lord, this morning. All presentation will be by me, harem, help him, through the wisdom and knowledge flow you. Before I commit him, many staff, agriculture, teaching, or get away from by only work, office, or get away from by only involve, whenever I talk about him this morning. Give him all get a wisdom and knowledge flow you. Stop with him if I today, at the same time, by program, if I finish. Every praise, glory, more honor, him employ you. Lord, name you, King Jesus, will I stop praying. Amen. Thank you too much, Representative Plimi of VCC. Lo isave serem talk lokot this morning and it's very important. Industry, me one new industry way risky high pay. Me always important that you may remain focused. Mo you may address them one way. Government me want them say pa you may make them benefit him nation. So pa me give him time now lo teach Plimi. Let him come. Give him all opening remarks for workshop. Good morning, Law. You may everyone sit down this morning. Thank you, Law. You accept them invitation, Law. You join them Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock, Forestry, Biosecurity, Law, validation, Law, will document here on strategy, what on policy, beside Law, industrial hemp, medical cannabis. I think we'll start them story and blame me stand up first time, but them will look savvy place where me stand up lem, where me sit down lem. Will cut away, will you on them land where me stand up lem, where me sit down lem. All people blow. If you're all people blow. If ate, we all on them land and tell them thank you. Say government him is a stand up here, blame make him work for him, will help him people blow Vanuatu. Mr. Napiatu will look savvy, you will all people in industry we involved for so long. Since you me pass them first law, you me regulating business law, industrial hemp, medical cannabis, because today, you will stop wait patiently. Thank you, Lord, patience, believe and thank you, believe stop with them you me this morning. Mr. Napiatu will look savvy, you me law government, stakeholders, we stop with them you me this morning. Law help him move him all issue law industrial hemp medical cannabis. Let me say come one industry where me benefit him people of Vanuatu. And me last but not the least, me want them look save too representative law Vanuatu Christian Council. Passes we share them this morning and me fitting law one them where you me come blow you me make him. So one them where you stand up blow you make him all time, you make sure so you make him blow him please him God, blow him help him blow advance him, glory blow him, blow all where you me live blow him. So thank you, Lord. Message where you share him, blow him help him you me throughout Lord today. Blow one him where you make him, you me do him to the glory of God the Almighty. You also want them tell him thank you, Lord, to all allow consultancy company where you me hire him, play me help him, you me blow advance him. All discussion, all work blow, you me law side blow, development blow policy, development blow strategy, or even development blow regulation and act where he been passed the parliament the last week. Law advance him work play me. I think blow start them story and blow you me blow this morning me want them blow looks away you for everyone. At the same time me want them to blow tell them say government he me look come back law sector blow you me law productive sector he me involve him you me law Ministry of Agriculture or Ministry of you me law Trade. Say one them now you will stop make him blow economic development blow Vanuatu. One them now you will stop make him. And suppose you establish in law parliament last week by you had him Minister of Finance and specifically mention him Ministry of Law, Agriculture, Livestock, Forestry, Biosecurity. Say all program blue you will no look any result blow work blue and then me tell him true. You will stop work. You will remove 2 billion VAT every year. You will stop work with them. The law for it law government. You will know carry back any benefit he can blow benefit him. Or he look law monetary value him work from you. Although you may benefit them, but you need to quantify him. No give him man Vanuatu him look savvy and especially government where we start today. And will comment blame only fair, only straight. If I accept them, also all public servants, let me challenge them at the same time too. You help them, you me, shape them all policy, help them economic development, the sector, productive sector. One name where you start from today, give me one sector where, when by, give me where stop the room, full of me have a good. You me where you online, please leave a lab, listen very carefully, more understand them. One them now, me industry blow, industrial hemp, medical cannabis. You got full up comment, especially time you mention them. Industrial hemp, medical cannabis, or talk cannabis. Time you mention them, no more full up blame, you got very negative picture of hemp. And you mean no sorry full extent blow one them now government hemi stop trying blow make him blow hemi advance him or encourage him industrial of Vanuatu. So me please lo you listen online, blow you listen carefully, you can all talk. More even suppose you want them blow you make them comment, you will willing blow carem comment blow you or think blow you shape him, walk part blow me today or tomorrow you go. So that one them way me make him but government hemi start him, by you part plan. Help them development, industry. But same time you got comfort. No one them now government them start make them more even industry. All 5 companies will hold them license, only trade, or only operate in business for industrial hemp, medical cannabis, Vanuatu. You may got draft strategy, what them draft policy. We have become try and complement them. Work part blame time me been passed them law industrial hemp medical cannabis law 2022. He got some part we have me missing. We make him say you mean not roll them out, but you mean not allow him 5 company where you may give him license law get blow only operate. All part only missing now. And me force him make him one amendment the last year, more last week. We make him all amendment law give him strength him, give him more recognition him how industry he should operate or he must operate. And may I blame me also fulfill him some international requirement blame me, especially law anti-money laundering. Blame me give him comfort law bank. So when save open him door blow kata blow business still save open him all accounts blow kata law Vanuatu and then only save transact them money overseas law investors come inside. Bol kata tu time only make a business, only have transact the money go back to shareholders bol kata outside Vanuatu. So that's why we want them strengthen them lawyer, and they now part blame me pass the parliament last week, and of course policy more strategy way. You may want them got validation blame with them today, so that you will give him think blame help him. You may carry one document to go forward. You make sure say industry me stand up on feet blame or me roll out. Now we got 7 pillars. Besides the strategy, we by consultancy firm where me contract them by me carry me through throughout today. By you go through the 7 pillars, blame me understand them. One them now 7 pillars only minimum. No side blow development blow strategy, more development blow industry. By to allow me carry me through land. Will help me save 3 pillars or 7 pillars. At the same time, I may also validate them. Will comment when we like carem law 3 consultation we make carem out law 3 provinces finish. Hemia law Shefa, law Sanma, Molo Malampa. The honorable minister I may be in a company. Me make him consultation. Blow harem views, blow all public, and blow talem straight blow ivala. The moment minister hemi stand up, hemi talk, full up man hemi karem very negative picture about industrial hemp or medical cannabis. By the time you start explaining one them government hemi intent blow make him, you clear him lol kata only cut comfort. So by hemi no want something where me open blow any Tom Dick and Harry hemi come inside hemi one very controlled business. Inside the one very controlled space. In place yana me want them operate them. And me want them say consultation or validation today, but by me pass them all additional information. You may way stable room, you may get comfort finish, me look full of familiar faces. But you may online now, you want them say you will I also part of this discussion and you will like a lot of information by you may put them out today, but help them you will too, but you must move forward with them industry. Industry got very big potential of Vanuatu. Let me generate them a lot of good impact. The side blow revenue generation, the side blow job creation, the side blow social and infrastructural development of Vanuatu. Mivela, all technicians, especially the Ministry of Agriculture, he got a lot of hope. The industry, he come and help him. But blo realize him, you may need blo, we make sure your law blame will stop, and he got all the stakeholders blame, especially all banks, all development partners blame. You got some comfort law, all mechanisms, all legal mechanisms blame establish him good. Then at least have a help him advance him development business law Vanuatu. Business you mean Vanuatu, you been starting first time, you mean story and them first time, you mean pass him law blame me first time. Australia and New Zealand it is come behind. I suppose you where you have a law, industrial law, Australia and New Zealand, only established finish. Only got all farms, only got all processing facility, only co-head finish. We all get a yet. Develop country yet. We'll stop pushing me down. Mamitalem back again. Develop is stand up behind. Develop pass them on low blood develop behind. And I have to like go ahead finish plus stop operating business yellow country blood develop. Will continue blow pushing me down and mambai me no service stop blow place blame me take him. Kind something or some law all neighbor blame me. We must stand up law and fit blame me. Also one independent nation, we make sure the industry have me work. Remember, have me work no more special regulations, blame you only tied it up, only come strong enough, blame me sabi tell them look at that too, say, me will I sabi operating business at all of Vanuatu. Why me tell them all same sell kata come behind and continue to operate from all banks pull kata now operate of Vanuatu. Remember me, someone independent nation, you must also be able to stand on the same table, me the same plate, or kata kailan. Me encourage them, you may blow, you may story and openly, you may story and freely. We may tell them all thing blame me, time say consultant blame me, or consultancy company, I may stop make them all talk blame. I may stop go through all 7 pillars, yeah? Please tell them thing blame you, so that you may validate them, develop a document, yeah? And you may want them say you may launch them policy with them strategy, yeah? As soon as possible, so that all 5 businesses there, all 5 businesses here, will have operate. Only PEM license block at 2023 finish. Kasem today only have operate, and me will must relax them all application blow, all katala side blow renewable license. Kasem today blow make sure say all katali no spending money and only sit down only wait. Only spending big for the money law one license. And government may look savvy say, we must make sure that you operate, blow help them business, blow that they grow, at the same time blow develop them Vanuatu economic, more social welfare blame. Me back again, me want them tell them say you may be online, suppose you got any question, you got any comment, please you send them comment below. Query beli kam, suppose semi legitimate, suppose semi straight, but me will have answer him. You listen good all discussion below today, or you help him discussion below move him to document forward, below you may endorse him, or you may finalize him, below you may government may endorse him. Mr. Nabag again, on behalf law office law honorable minister, law agriculture, livestock, forestry, and biosecurity. But I'm big fella, thank you, Layuvala. You will sit down this morning. You will listen online. You may go through now law, validation law, Vanuatu National Industrial Hemp Medical Cannabis Strategy, more policy law today. With them all talk here, me now when them tell them say consultation or validation law today, and me officially open. Thank you, Thomas.
Okay, mitalem thank you lo Director General Blumi, lo Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock, Forestry, mo Biosecurity, lo opening remarks. from Pampai mi stop koloan of la meeting ikut Pampai yumi break small time by yumi ala ICT team blimi karawan group foto numu yukrape muan na kofilo site lo aftali mi statem program blimi.
There is a story in the song I sing. It's a tale of a life that is so true. I see why they call you motherland. The oceans, the heavens spell out your name. The islands in the sun, the place I call home. You are my life. Vanuatu belong me. Vanuatu belong you. Me too. Vanuatu belong me. Strong and free, you are the heart of the island. Vanuatu, yes you belong me. Kosota Islands in the sun, the place I call home. You are my life. Vanuatu belong me. To belong you, me too. Vanuatu belong me. Vanuatu belong you, me too. I know my life is seated in the sands, and my mind is molded in these lines. Every time I look around, I see my history, telling everybody this is my country. Carved in stone that I am home.
Mr. Skem yumi vron Mr. Mufikam from yumi sa yumi online so online live stream yumi to li participants so lista wait so you put you grab one small of you after you start Mufikam by Mr. Tem program li so ikut suppose we ating okataro live stream ICT team din di want them say full map Rivolate Poliale suppose that Rivolate ni movie go
There is a story in the song I sing. It's a tale of a life that is so true. I see why they call you motherland. The oceans, the heavens spell out your name. 'Cause you're the islands in the sun, the place I call home. You are my life. Vanuatu belong me.
by startem program lo
Vanuatu belong me.
before yumi go through lo start kalau sem by from purposes lo live stream emi important lo kata tu li follow yumi mo li understand wane mo yumi start po tete by program li mi chen celebet by mino ko pila pe by yumi logo group exercise lo pila siya yumi ko straight lo pila ya pa consultant iteke yumi through lo every 7 pila ya finish after ale by yumi workshop lo narapat lo program limi lo table tete so suppose mi you right limi ulchem pa yumi sabe start so straight okay pa before yumi start presentation lo yumi lo tete ting ikut pa mi touch small lo policy o semo start lo program before me give him one overview lo policy lo industrial hemp or medical cannabis me like lo make him some general remarks first one lo site lo policy lo industrial hemp or medical cannabis lo time council of ministers so libin agree se pambay yumi start lo yumi cultivate him industrial hemp or medical cannabis emi bin one decision emi bin one policy at that time. But then, from that time until today, we Mr. Stapia, you know, been got one policy. So, you may been starting one more come, we mandate them, you may blow megem without one policy. So, today, you may Stapia, you may start to talk about strategy. And strategy, hem na pambay, you may use them, lo pambay kaitem you may develop policy. We together documents is working parallel. So tete pa mi go through lo yumi tu lo draft policy we stop. Policy also yumi sabe hemi pikfula ting pikfula look lo industria. Detail part lo policy now emi stop lo strategy we pambay emi kat implication lo yumi 11 we emi stop lo room tete especially on license holder yumi lo site lo compliance. So that's why yumi got strategy stop tete mo yumi want them so yumi focus lem from place na hemi the implementing part where me involve me one stakeholders, one responsibilities we make at, lo me play him. So today me really want them to me focus lo strategy. Once we strategy, me complete, then policy too me complete. So today by me try to go through with them. You me lo one them policy me tell them. 10 time we come lo strategy, and by next percenta me present them me strategy we me start. So emena me policy plumi we name him as National Industrial Hemp and Medical Cannabis Policy. So purpose plo policy hemi plo establish him, regulate him, one sustainable more economic benefit framework. Plo you cultivate him, you process him, you manufacture him, you utilize him industrial hemp, mo medical cannabis lo Vanuatu. Emina mi purpose plo policy. Vision where you may put place ya hemi plo imi kat one sustainable, inclusive, an internationally compliant industrial hemp and medical cannabis industry, where Pamba support economic growth, rural development, health, also promote innovation lo Vanuatu. Mission Bluyumi build him one well-regulated and competitive industrial hemp and medical cannabis industry, where paisa leverage in Vanuatu lo side lo natural and human resources, while we may uphold them all public safety, or biosecurity, all community rights Bluyumi. So I mean, mission Bluyumi. While we participate in the industry, we must also factor in all areas and come inside. From you must have finish impact lo tuvala cropia, suppose we no managing good. All goals we make out inside the policy, lo diversify mo la national economy Bluyumi. Naya you make out all certain crop where you lo site lo productive sector you depend lem lo site lo economy Bluyumi. Pe tuvala kamin also one part lo diversification you diversify paken lo tram look lo option ya plante countries lo wall oli kolo area finish and especially save megem then government emi look say yumi tu yumi save megem katuan feasibility study we pin tan mo emi talem say yumi got one of the yumi got some of the best features where tuvala krope yumi save farmem mo yumi save kroem le place. Then one of the objective me safeguard and public health so me bintalem tuvala cropia tuvala all cannabis plants and all cannabis plants me all regarded as dangerous drugs. Yumi amend them cap 12 lo dangerous act lo megem se yumi save allow lo yumi kroem tuvala cropia tuvala cannabis plant emi one plant we semakol sa one manio pekatol different kind manio cannabis emi semakol sa you know sabe differentiate them tula but only different lol species mol criteria bloka ta we si study in detail lem pai sabe find so mi chemicaliano mo se tuvala plant ya tuvala emi no same plant o yumi mikat la plesia pa yumi to lo emiaya process plan pa yumi importem ovasi sikam after yumi kroem la plesia mo yumi kroem according lo one mo strategy pa yumi ko trule so mena mi one main goal lo policy after narawan mi blo yumi promote mo ni Vanuatu lo li participate mo li invest lo industria mo also mi provide them employment mi sabe se kat plante yumi mi stop lo one country where yumi vulnerable lo plante something katol natural disasters where stop affecting yumi and mi result lo plante issues we stop facing one lo kata mi employment people really still struggle lo look out work lo make them small talent lo fitim mal family lo home so maybe one opportunity where government stop creating lo cater for employment opportunities more naval economical activities after mo last call one way me putum la place me blow me foster innovation research way me promote environmental sustainability lo area ya all objective policy ya me establish a clear legal and regulatory framework we must lawfully me must be established to save management good industry you promote economic diversification, value addition, you enhance public health, medical access, or medical cannabis, you use plante lo public health, only processing medicines where you must have a use lo hospitals plante something, and maybe all health specialists play me like most available area. You may ensure say kat environmental sustainability, mo biosecurity, we must make sure say we protect them good. Ay no kawan issue lo kawan best by can best affect the environment we must policy we must make sure say ka from area. We must strengthen the governance part transparency, accountability. One main issue where emi kosem mol companies will be license lo lino save work emi from area ya no side for transparency accountability or banks so liniti mul areas so strategy mi bin consultem watem imi everyone we imi look lo finance aspect them lo mekem se all money way transact inside the industry ya imi tan formally and from as mi bintalem kat lante illegal activities have happen kat issue anti money laundering mo counter terrorism financing too so policy mas make sure say address area ya imi empower ni Vanuatu lo participate we got social inclusion benefits we come out the industry ya pa mi everyone must make sure say Vanuatu as a society only benefit the industry. Then you must support them research, innovation, and knowledge. At the moment, industry is new. You still need a lot of research to be done yet. So policy must address the area. Ting by me save talem say I think look at one limi lo Romeo or maybe lo Vanuatu where got good knowledge about industry so always policy mi mas address simplice lo megem se mi mas promote research lo megem se mi savemo maybe lo futures po singa tuan mi kaman big industry mi no save maybe should katuan area we lo school si mi promote lo bikin limi likam lo ko statilem lo likam specialize lem lo likam li helpem lo crime industry all guiding principles lo policy untuk portal legality and compliance, safety and public health protection, sustainability and environmental integrity, must got equity and inclusion, we must got transparency and accountability. All decisions we make, we must be evidence-based. That's why must got research flow, pakamapol decisions play must be science-based. We must got partnership and collaboration. We must also factor in culture play come inside. Community respect. Yumi katol culture yumi meme wani vla culture pa yumi karami camp lo yumi cultivate them so you must make sure say time we come pa yumi no affect them wani we stop. You must invest, facilitate, mo promote local empowerment, market access and trade readiness program yumi must stop. Megem se time we yumi farm pe brought local market emi straight megem se farmer or license holder only got comfort lo tatu li save invest inside the industry. Then we must promote capacity building mo lo side education sector blimi lo industry from everyone industry. Policy emi tukpatu ikat scope lem mo coverage. So, Vanuatu National Industrial Hemp and Medical Cannabis Policy, we apply lo aspect of cultivation, production, processing, manufacturing, research, distribution, mo use lo industrial hemp and medical cannabis lo Vanuatu. So, we define all boundaries lo we pampay yumi front yumi stab inside them. Kato kata we lo provide them regulatory oversight, all stakeholder responsibilities, all sectoral participation. Many area where by policy mi government. So all key focus area now, we must look all framework plimi, all legal framework plimi, all regulatory framework plimi. Plan see industry we must be guided, well guided. Yumi stack kat all comments we stack kam, yumi respect all comments we stack kam, emi all good for comments. And policy mi must make sure say address all kan comments na we, particularly lo side law plimi. We must kat all good laws. Recently Parliament which is passing amendment law act we government plan the area we yumi bin address one lo katana mi lo policy. Recent amendment which is talem say by you must make more policies, more strategies. And me time recognize lo law, minim se time mi mista pasam strategy ape law me recognize him. So you me one when we got all laws we mista in place. You me to act here me recognize more laws ya. whether it be lo banking sector, be lo FIU or lo police, lawyer emi recognize them all different laws where I camp law I government all work plimi. Mi maskat kut institutional governance framework pa again amendment way ko emi helpem yumi lo mi create one office where mi dedicated on a daily basis lo manage industry. So imi talam thank you lo government we say pasem amendment ya lo imi strengthen empathy no. Then imi got industry development and participation. Today imi stapya imi an patlo area ya we make si imi fran imi participate. In all work one work no mo imi make beta we camp lo imi develop mo policies mo strategies imi fran imi participate lem. Then imi got all medical cannabis program. So imi talam imi develop plant ya medical cannabis so use plant na lo health sector. Liko li mekem plante plante li usum lo mekem li valuatem lo mekem medicines we all hospitals plimi oli gat need lem industrial hemp program industrial hemp oli gat plante use plem oli usum lo la all building materials mo all rope garment clothes shoes oli usum plante fiber lo industrial hemp lo karamat ol samtian emi ol samti we kamin lo emi create economy plimi in terms of employment in terms of production lo products we misave export them karamin foreign exchange so industrial hemp got plante use plem and emi own program of itself then you look lo health safety and environment tuvula cropia semitalem ino save differentiate them tuvula wotem all while cannabis we start finish mo police eli start prime management of communities so you must make sure say you stop developing industry ya by no must come one extra burden pa aken law all one mo start finish so minim say how we manage we must manage lo on confined space we megem se by mi save trakem when we you start megem in the mena militi ko la monitoring evaluation and reporting supaya mas katol al companies we likam lipem license so katol likat all measures staff finish work plimi make sure se imi mas work ko mo kata plo lulu how imi save monitor mo work plo kata evaluate mo after imi report so one mo lista megem mi straight one we report them se pa lista megem mo yumi work plimi mi plimi imi sta checkem or work lo kata ya plo megem se only comply with them one we strategy dalem law plimi dalem mo one we stable proposal blow tatu ikam then we must promote them research innovation mo market development ipin touch small area finish mi one nivla area one nivla industry so very important lo must karmot more research le mi better understand mo give him right information lo megem se save help him industry grow you mean look lo area plan environmental sustainability mo biosecurity all risks we associated with them from a crop we mi karam ikap after mo pa mi farm em plesia so mi very important to mi comply with them all measures we biosecurity pa mi putum. And then you also must address more financial systems plimi. Lo mekem se mi comply with them AML CTF from also mitalem to vula cropia to vula dangerous drugs. So you must make sure se tamo imi camp lo imi develop them according lo policy mo strategy plimi mo anem law plimi talem. You must mekem fulem. Lo mekem se pampai tamo i camp lo finance part lem pa ino kaman issue. Dete se mitalem pa akan plan de lol company siya reason why only no save progress from say emi issue to do with them banking even plo open one bank account no more banks only reluctant plo open all bank accounts and from all reasons now you must make sure say process where you putum you must follow them so pa look lo frankly you want implementation framework Samvala maybe by you like look if letting semi repetitive, it's not repetitive. it's about the process of meeting certain requirements. Requirement lo cultivate, requirement lo process. The same way you go, you value them after you export them or make money out them. After mo last one mi policy pa mi lulubi ko lo implementation timeline. Mane mo mi talam sa play mi make mo anim type. Na policy ma i promote na na plan. Ting pa mi stop le place mena mi in a nutshell policy play mi hemi 90% complete after lo you go through lo strategy tete once you agree lo comments by you start finalize them to get documents lo putu mi ko lo advisory committee industrial hemp material cannabis lo only 7 dosem timba mi stop lo place mi tun small times for sikate any questions so there is regarding presentation lo policy give it small time before by mi lego lo collect pa mi camp lo mi go through lo yumi lo strategy blimi.
Okay, thank you, presenter. Namely, me Raymond, maybe work lo Vanuatu Foreign Investment Promotion Agency. Midalama, thank you, thank you lo initiative. Thank you lo you show him you come together the tape lo you validate him one way him start. Him one good initiative. Long time he come ke you me save. Say government or you need new money. So I good you come out with them initiative also we plus support them ting government. Now we want to say but you go back law purpose you law presentation you want we got one small purpose. Okay. Time law say you tell them hemp and medical cannabis products in Vanuatu. Use the minimum by use law to products by everyone. To you use lo Vanuatu. Lo biaskan from lo understanding lo meeting some medical cannabis. Me stop understanding se was me value add them, but buy him blow export purposes no more. You know blow use lo Vanuatu. Industrial hemp use lo Vanuatu. Okay, that's fine. But I think lo control blow me lo use lo cannabis, medical cannabis meeting say value added products hemp purposely hemi blow you export you know blow use blow one or two clarification. Thank you.
Thank you. Me one very valid question. Firstly, policy hemi blow 2025 to 2030. So policy hemi come in lo one time limana from say time where hemi come you must look no 5 years. Okay. In absence plo policy mo strategy government hemi pin ting se no pampai yumi make mola yumi value atem yumi usum lo export purposes but naya we make a clear process where pa yumi go through them process in place lo cultivate them process them value atem after yumi export them then eme lelpe start give him some forward thinking look thinking finish ko lo megam se suppose we lo future ikam you no restrict him mi suppose we some lo company se only American local industry so some local only want them things only got capacity lo li extract them after only tanem product ikam lo suitum some local markets then policy mi open lo lemia but in the beginning it was you time you start lo megam from you learn along the process. So megam say you may been restricting plantes eblo mi export purpose no more from saying we naya time we policy you may put me stable se and companies too only start looking forward look now. Say by some local li megam le place and it got some comments too we come. Some comments too we come lo some stakeholders will tell them say you must create them some product locally from naya you must expand lo tourism. So number of cruise ships is taka may big one. And you call all places of Australia, New Zealand, only value at the protect lo kota, only salem no moloi. So in terms of retaining current foreign exchange, come in after me say value at them. Mena mi why policy mi look lemol semia. Lambegam say you mean no block me export no best. If we could convert those raw products into value-added products, then policy hemi and allow employ you make them and subject lo how pampa you karamatol control measures me may happen.
Hemi right. Mimi talk lo. Sem lo side lo how imi sabe promote them sector ya. Sem work lo mi wala imi lo promote them sector or even promote them Vanuatu. Lo side lo all foreign investment. Hemi right lo mi wala but lo yumi impact lo yumi now. Meaning say hemi now hemi important yumi everyone good lo yumi talk. Naya also ma pastabli mi we hemi talemi ayumi everyone yumi sabe. Naya yumi kata issue we yumi no sabe. Yumi taram lo address him maybe hemi very difficult to yumi control them but with them hemi mamba hemi kamo easy plante value added products yumi no sabe one em na mamba only come available lo domestic market access plehem lo public or anything how risk plehem lo health or lo society play me by him goals one them control me say by policy or regulation ikam compliance by him ikat part plehem which is good but in general I think blow prioritize some products or manufactured products blow medical cannabis meeting say me look good lahem how me control them by him good. Sehingga kami now point. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, semena mi stapia tetea go through lo all processnya na pai kai temi ya. But yes, mi subject lo yumi pai tamu im go through lo strategy pai imi outline mo all processnya pai karami mi through. Any more questions? Suppose, tumo.
Yeah, Chris, mi support him in support lo tok lo kolik premier lo purpose mi note mi bottom for the cultivation, processing, manufacturing, utilization, being not exporting. Suppose where policy is a government exporting to.
Thank you. Yes, I think one of us said lo yumi pa yumi atem pa export ko inside lo tok. Straight. John.
Thank you, President. You start lo pepes lo respond levet lo wanem Play-me-lo FIPA, what I'm colleague Ali Talem, Mimi Yosem. All companies, some Mimi represent them Canavanu Oils Limited. I cut all vision for all companies. And I cut ting for export them one, export them oil no more. Then after I got money come, then you start look value added. And blow make a medicine or nafla product before you go to market, you must certified. Plo export. You must have export without certified. You must certify more medicine. Plo you must have export them. And some medicine might by me have help you to the health sector. You must have them on medicine where you must have taken to hospital. You must have quality plan. But the mere way you make them country, then you must have a quality plan. And by benefiting you. So let's say one important something where by you must take them up. That value added, and by come the future. And by you may now citizen, by you may benefit plan. I come nafla point below me, low side below next slide to you. No, eco for it. All key. Okay. Hey, me. Guiding principle. It got two something, Miss Iris up. One, also me want them good for the coordination of policy. And me good for Ministry of Agriculture, he established him one official called him Agribusiness Department, where Hemp by water policy from now, yeah, industry by revolutionization system local agriculture, by become more into business. And deal with them all companies, and by deal with them one agribusiness department where Hemp by water policy more irregulated, more issue more permit, more same time maybe look how impact lo investment ya lo country plo yumi. So meeting say me could play me got one proper office plan in chat lo ministry. And then ikatu lo site lo you touch them small lo site lo finance. Where you miss you got issue with them all bank accounts lo past. And then you come to lo time you got good for la policy track me too long time. Time we start them start to act, draft them, you come custom today, we start lo policy plan. We track me too long and lo tell them straight lo companies. You flash the small investor. From say government process long 1 2 months. You flash the small investors. And you come lo me ask them to lo government. One them na initiative for is make them help them companies. Lo you me sabe operate full scale. Lo government to look pick la impact lo revenue plan. So please me want to look lo policy lo is have given to funding at through loan or through grant. Whereby come lo support them companies will get a license for things some years wins pass, but you never operate. And by come also one insurance whereby give help me for companies, lo me have a starting business full scale. Lo government to look people impact them lo revenue collection plan. So also tell them no, you got agriculture pang. Why government put some billions of fat we go stop here lo industrial work them. And you say by me tell them lo you may everyone that one company, medical company, a medical cannabis company operate full scale around 1.5 billion to 2 billion fatu. And lo revenue collection or revenue become lo government me no sabe, but one money way by one licensed company by taking lo Vanuatu lo 1 year about 60 billion fatu. And suppose so a government give 2 billion as loan you go lo one company. Then by one company operate around 60 billion lo 1 year. So meetings after 1 year no more. Well company will pay back loan blow it. And government still keep on helping you sector ya, maybe more money coming to Vanuatu. So me no presentation one them receive up. That suppose government is have initiative ya lo company pro. If like have operate full scale, lo government in term too. Pick impact lo revenue plan. Thank you Thomas.
Thank you. Think kalau first point dulu, I think mana setelah mi pintalem, by look lo point lo strengthen governance ya. May mi kat authenticated office me pai. Act mi just pass last week ya in mi mandate lo government is tema office ya. Estaban lo Ministry lo Agriculture lo dedicated towards management lo industry ya. Lo site lo funding definitely. Yes, by government is support. But now, you may issue license, you may not look into something yet. So, you must make him something you work, lo give him some comfort, lo make him say you miss a very invest that. And maybe one practice we have money make him lo pass the cam. Me support him all industry lo grow. But pa again, you must try and make him something work first time. And mena me reason by stop ya tete. You try to strategy up lo make him say, pamba you miss a start him some work. Strategy we start look lo for a premier implementation framework plan. As we speak na ya, katuan company we mi ready blow mi importem seats na ya. And Biosecurity will start developing finish. From say mi look strategy will develop start import protocol blow seats. So na ya yumi sa tramblo stratem yumi lo make them say yumi got one conducive environment we mi sa allow business to take place pe. Me believe say once we document mi approve company ya pampai. Inoplo mi mention emblem be bahay mi start to import them seats na. Ane mena bambaye mi lead ko so mi look say kat benefit we start come inside. Ale gat need to mi help them industry. Then bambaye kampe. You must make me work first time. So me no want them take me too much lo policy from main something we want them see me go through them na me lo strategy. So suppose me right to you me by me allow next presenter I come after you go through lo strategy. Whenever by happen, me from you make all online views by you go through lo get 7 pillars ya by style strategy. So you go through lo 7 pillars ya finish, and then bamba you me go out lo make a small workshop out lo pillars ya lo. You like give him all final thing in brief lo before you me approve bet. And some by me repeating pa again one and teach me tale. Me final consultation. You may been run and finish. Same consultation ya lo province primi lo shefa lo Sanma. Atem lo malampa mi ol 3 key province we pampai tufala kropia ali Yuzum, and then ikat ol navlawan tanah mo eromangol narawan we yumi pamem hemp pe medical cannabis now mi want something we mi tramplo pampai mi manage em good so mi ranem lol from compliance katol police well established lo well compliance plimi so mi tramplo ranem otol plesia and then pampai mi look house so enforcement ikam good then mi sabe look lo nafla area so no Vanuatu pe for a start mi statem lo. You got one comment.
Legality blame from. Suppose we look back law, Dangerous Drugs Act away, you may say Mr. Amendment law, Section 12, Lonema. Yes. But law you mean the police, so security wise, you mean no Katia. But you will stop implement them no more. Dangerous Drugs Act way held him stop comply with them. So when I'm not assurance me lo community where is a protect me so we looking illegal side blame when I you mistake today or young fellow living stop ko abisum na ya pay me by me importing me come low so you start mentioning them ya when them now assurance me protect them communities was one 5% activity where you must try to create them inside law industry blame.
Thank you. Ma'am, one very important question. First one, law side law governance, office law police commissioner, I step inside law advisory committee. Advisory committee now act me mandate law Hemi make every decisions. Whether it be site law compliance or any narfla policy decision. Advisory committee now. Hemi advise him government law sectaya and police commissioner hemi step inside. So suppose where hemi got any issues where hemi happen, automatically hemi step inside and upload policy. He take him all measures where hemi non-compliant them. Hemi police commissioner step law committee from area now. Another one hemi all measures where companies pampai only must make for example industrial medical cannabis. You must farm inside one confined space. So every application we come inside, and me farm inside one house. Ale, mo pe time where you only you apply blo karem seats. You must comply with the market living is. So you got all criteria where you must follow them. And all criteria now, obviously stop lo make sure. So you must make them say. Each seat where me come in here, suppose me seat 001 blo 2005, seat ya, you monitor me come, got barcode blem, you got all camera, we stay inside the house ya. You that's why me got all different processes. So time we come in lo, you tell them say you make me come in also me, then you me too, you me volume, lo you comply with them. Lo make them say seat 001 of 2025 ya. And me come in, you track them you crow, you pick one. Suppose you cut them some cuttings out them, how much cutting? That's why I'm important to cut office away. By cut compliance way, you me check them, so make them say, one of them pampai ko out lo farm, pampai you me trace them some test that they come inside, you go outside. Suppose you make them some cuttings, all officers only must make sure, so you count them all number of cuttings from by you know man. By no sabe kama from automatically by the market view, him should look finish, him should sabe finish. This is what they will can expect from their market. And me will measures way how bamba you me control them so. Medical cannabis me risk claim me high compared to industrial hemp. So that's why you me tell them say by you must farm them inside the one confined space way. You make sure say you got 24-hour surveillance camera way. By Yumi lo government tu mi got access lem so me lo how we by me manage cannabis you me manage mulchem that's the relem risk plem me lo lelepet got one feasibility study we been carried out emi talem se even cigarette you smoke them effect them emi more strong pitin industrial hemp so you roll them 200 or 400 leaf blem by you know even save throw mulchem cigarette. Pe interest blem now emi lo fiber blem. Fiber blem now you use blem make manufacturing. And feasibility study you also show me say tu vola krope you no save plan them together. You plan them together pampai one emi kilim strength lo narawan. So industrial lem pa kilim strength lo medical cannabis. So emi time where you local study will contacted ali shem say mena industria why we got industria me from say how we me grow him to me the one confined space so how we me grow him no confined space me to him one level blow comfort lo set to compliance and of course by you me together with them police you me work lo area make him say while marijuana we me stop police stop plan mo cannabis you know save camp you treat them inside lo industria by you me find them out say this is no one will from I go through a lot of testing. I go through a lot of testing too. Time we go before I go to market. While it test them, I say, emi medical cannabis and not. So emi savala something we make them while we install compliance, emi you also make them you me how we manage them in community.
Sorry, because to na question back and me consider ma enforcement blame. For example, I said lo Dangerous Drugs Act ya, Cap 12 me lo health. Hemi stop mention mo so you plan them. Mas doctor kasi level first step. You plan them. You got in position below you, but you salam. Hemena implications plan ba you must face the consequences plan be. Lo side lo smoking heme inokat. So suppose you come back to the additional one with the medical one, yeah? How now you may trust them for you tell them lo you meet the morning say yes. You may get all surveillance, maybe got all security body staff. But how now you may trust them say bye. You may say move outside law house where you may security staff, play me plan them outside law. System is how you may finish. Play me make them outside selling. Law you come inside parking. Ale, one them now. O si you tell them this. Me vola stop it. One them now. Me really punishment blame inside law. Police here. Or si you come act in place.
Well, firstly, law act emi tell about some measures blame. One emi cancellation of license. So you pay 112 million after comply by survey by. Once you find you automatically by advisory committee me cancel them license plea you out the industry and some way you tell them some side of smoking by inokat mesa ple mandalo cap 12. That's why me promote them you must produce one product out there more you maybe producing me gamlo flower or medical cannabis or use some plant seeds flame with them flower flame. So and then I want something where to get you me front you must walk towards them make them say you me must ensure say me think say okata will get more license pampai only fright local assembly level from okata will look benefit lo industry so I think by me giving small lo understand I think me got one supplementary law answer?
President, thank you. You simply give one small light global yeah. Then Sarah's Drugs Act here. Time when you come law, you may work law draft me upload medical cannabis. You come inside. I mean totally different acts. Two different law. I mean upload smoke more. When we start talk about locally, some only stop smoke or local cannabis play you me. I'm different. I'm here by must administrative health only development act here, where I'm recreational act for site for cannabis. But I'm here when we talk about I'm business. I'm industrial hemp more medical cannabis. I'm different. I'm here to export no more. I'm totally different law consumption where you must tell them you must mix him up. I'm here where big man me blow police Mr. Warilem from inogat clarification. Recreational law play me inogat. And me no business play you me blow talk about. Me got authority Ministry of Health only must come to develop one where safeguard all people play you me. But me where you me start talk about me blow business me export. Me no more me want them help me you me them. I could blow resume up. I could blow give clarity low area. So let me different social use them. I may blow Ministry of Health. And I we me talk about I may blow business. Thank you, Thomas.
Yes, so all questions we come. I very important. Me very important. Mo, that's why me got me stop. When lo live stream, lo make them community me come. Play help me. So places where you mean no. Me no capture him, me must capture him. Lo make him say, everyone got comfort. Lo tanting me copy. Me sabe si me ka from over here. Pero answer him, yes, he got all measures we stop inside. We ka venom industry, so si non compliant them, got all measures plan we stay inside we. Ista lo principal lack. With them two all regulations.
Thank you, President. I think. Me Dunstan, me come represent them Kanavanu, Akri Limited. When we big man blame the police, me raise him up, and me very important. All laws here by staff block by Kadem Nation. Now when we all licenses, we only approved license, only Bambali work them, only been present them every documents and every something he come lo ministry lo when him now bali make him Now, you rightly tell them from medical cannabis, we must grow inside the house. Or we must grow him up inside the house. I think everyone you may look big for the house, lo computer world, town law, road premier, new for the house. All houses also may know about they build them up, plan them all. You may call them greenhouse, plan them all crops inside. Now, industrial armed, we must plan them outside. And again, you must security fence around, and then you must cut all windbreak. You must plan them all. People are tree around them. Yet, when by me build them, by me plan them industrial armed tell them. But when we officer me tell them, big man blame the police me tell them, me true, me no sabe run well them. Again, ultimate collect me tell them say, ma'am, about low when I come inside, by me help plant with them health, Ministry of Health, and you will you will agriculture, put them together, protect them, all issues also when my buy come up, the time my buy me come. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Dunstan lo supplementary. By me give him time now lo to allow consultancy lo likamin lo ranem motem yumi strategy. By you look lo front to you ikat print out version lo implementation framework. And emena emi key focus primi lo strategy we you should focus them from me outline them all different activities, all different process. Mo who lo make one mo I think time we pampai for some something it lo we must complete him mena implementation framework so pa mikim time lo kata li kam pa li go through lo presentation. Again, thank you Thomas.
Good morning lo yumi everyone bakan we misa megam lo start lo validation workshop atete. Mi nemlomi John Amos. Unfortunately mi no one one sheep. Mi John Amos no we work lo to alalau. Mi velai bin work plantel lo documenta lo start lo inception blam lo feasibility study we velai bin karamau lo 2020 lo 2023 lo 2024. Ni kakaselen bluia. I'm living work feasibility study. Mo feasibility study na ibin kahit mi wala belum bela sabe usual resulta belum develop strategy we style for it mi mi presentem tete. Now listening in lo all questions where you Mr. Reze mi happy to mas you mi kat ting ya. Wanena pa mi happen lo society blimi sabos we you mi no control them. The most important question we must ask him. From your question, I note out the future by me issues by me have face them, suppose you no manage them good. So that's why we set them up one strategy. Although we are presentation the policy, say me walk backwards a little bit, we amend them policy, by me follow strategy, by me so that to fly talk semak language. Mo tu vlatu tu vlai help lo by yumi lo government, especially lo Ministry of Agriculture, yumi save natural industry lo yumi kroam lo anfasin ne by yumi save kam lo benefit yumi, ino economically no mo pe benefit yumi lo society blimi tu. So we mi sabe purpose plo validation workshop mi plo yumi kat one national consensus or yumi everyone mi kat one clear understanding lo why yumi want them kat one strategy plo industrial hemp medical cannabis. Motu plo yumi stakeholders we yumi kam plo yumi benefit lo industria yumi sabe tu so one em straight na industria and everything we yumi kat we yumi bin kam butum together. Since lo start lo consultation, we start lo July lo June lo ya, kam kasem lo July. We been making more consultation na. Miklat se mi look all semak faces, so we been look lo Ramata, mo kita we look lo Santo. I think firstly before me continue lo note mi want them serang deepest condolences belum lo consultation team mi kam live lo police. From passing away blo late commander not Chotsongi we have been part 2 blo consultation team lo Sando lo July we have two thing blame we have raise ma bista inside lo pepaya we mi kasar item mo mi talem thank you too much lo input bli fala we yivla sa mekem blo mi kam blo putum kut industry ha mi osem na we stop mi na savayet se industry ba mi rono so ne mi nakat one limi we mi ever make one product lo industrial hemp even make one medicine lo medical cannabis lo mi save one straight lo make him the whole time you must got one plan you know that mi save achieve one something one vision we make it now vision blimi we mi kat lo strategy mi semak no mo sem vision we stalo policy blimi vision blimi asu mi aram previous speaker mi bin talent mi believe that one sustainable mo inclusive mo internationally compliant industrial hemp mo medical cannabis from me must be sustainable from me want something where you invest in plant something golema me want vision me want pizza where you cat we me want se pa me one industry to the future where all beginning blimi tu where mo abu blimi all mama blimi el kita tu saya benefit lem me inclusive everyone even all members of society blimi we only got some only no only especially el kita only disability el kita tu only sabe be part lo vision blimi lo industrial hemp medical cannabis mission blimi important one na first one build a well regulated and competitive industry. Well regulated, and means start lo time where you can apply from license. You must make sure you make the laws with the regulation where the government start lo place. You can some farmer where you can seeds you go farm you give seeds them you plan them. How now by plan them? Where place by plan them? Mana got one certificate? Crown where only plan them something else. You got one certificate plan. You must be well regulated. By every seed, so you make a previous speaker, every seed, you must be able to trace him. Suppose we seed batch 001 2025, you can one seed come after you can go trace him out. Say no company, I mean suppose to make a market value blame man from low times you can apply from license. You say finish by you market by you make a one product. By you need him one kind type of seed, but one market exactly na by you supply ko lem, you say finish amount by you should carry in return. But time you apply from license, every something is stalo form blue. Time you me come lo you kasim lo harvesting stage, mo you ko kasim lo pato you manufacture, mo you process him, you sell him, you me save trace him say amount lo money we hemi karami kampaka, mi semak le ma we mi tale mo no, mo forane mi no sem. Maybe saya trace me go back ko kasim lo seeds. Hemi kare seeds lo ya, hemi planem lo ya. Mo frone now, I mean I've been making back money. Suppose we got some climate issues, so some cyclone, natural disasters will affect them. But I got record problem. So if you want this, if I want industry where we well regulated, we competitive, where we leverage them. Fanatus natural, my human natural resources, my human resources. You mean fanati we blessed too much. We got one country where me organic, we use plant chemical, we grow more goods, we crown, we very fertile, blimi sa kurem any kind type of vegetable mo good but you make all the resources, you must make use them. But also, if you make use them, you leverage them, but you must make a one fashion straight. You comply with them law. Now, for one, you make industrial hemp medical cannabis strategy. But look, first point, me and that, economic diversification beyond tourism and cover. Now we stop economy, me driven planted by tourism, with them planted now by biggest agricultural product we stop exporting, we cover industry, we misa semi big one, mo imitipen le, we come one all backbone we agriculture, Ministry of Agriculture, we make them planted all economic development limit through tourism with them through cover. And imi want to come, we port someone nara road packen, you got one nara resource packen, we have make use them, blow driving economy blimi. That's why we need one strategy where let me provide them one way, blame me achieve me. Target blame me 500 million in export value within potential of 5 years. We want to say me be able to create them all work, more empower them or rural communities blame me. Now empower them or rural communities and we want them. We say every man areas where you got one farm close up area where we farm medical cannabis or industrial hemp will get a tuli current first priority will have work inside the area, inside the location. 500 million export one ambitious amount to me butum annual within the 5 years. But mi make them. Based law understanding law medical cannabis mo industrial hemp market 500 million in export. No, you look say big one be market industrial national global market. No one people money. Want small money no we sabi make them. And although you miss at them semi butum you miss set them standard low plus started sibly me be minimum. We miss have proven so you sabi make them more. Support climate resilience, more sustainable agriculture, very important tool. La strategy from you say time se by me go, me clear one develop place, me stand up one house, me farm or me put one fence around one place, me affect them environmental place. We must ensure say times you make them all standing here, me will one fashion, me sustainable environment. You know, understand? I see me make them finish the place. 10 years down the line, you know, must farm the place back. Si mi one way pa mi save people blo mi save reuse un place. Motu last point to me town custom community rights mi very important la strategy mo mi highlighted la strategy from mi find mi alman place mi everyone mi got custom limi mi got chief limi al nasara limi we mi come out lem mi al fasen mi brought out lem and now we stop. Me as one young fellow, we come out lo one village, one island, lumi lo sebets, misa planter lo miflal, yang lo miflal lo community, al kita list up tekem yang wild one ya vinis. We affect them community lo miflal plante. Anema time we stop right them strategy, me think planter le area, no, we must inputum community tu by stand lo strategy. Suppose se pa mi out level lo Kaufman, we must ko lo Kaufman, ni ko lo province, ko lo area council, ko kasem all chiefs town community me from Hemana, me how by you have insurance by industry by me well regulated, by me karmat on fashion, by me camplo, help society me, by no camplo me bring him down. I move ko first pillar me, policy mo institutional frame mo. Hema me one of the biggest pillar inside lo strategy, mo lo strategy I got 7 pillar. Hemana mi biggest one mo mi foundation na mi sa talem si hemana mi foundation by industry blimi however industry by mi save agricultural industry mi save grow mi need foundation na sema clone house so we know me good foundation na stand up the foundation blouse bli mi good by house by na stand up strong lo earthquake so lo me by save notice sim se lo handout lo implementation framework we start lo front livla majority Lol pages mi strategy 1 to 10 when we look the first pillar now. So first one we strategy mi kam address mi must renew, review, mo amend them all current legal framework lo insurance mi got proper regulations in place. So may minim se kat must got clear licensing requirements staff. Means you must got all document staff official fee schedule. Blol man only want them come bloli part blol industrial. It must be available. We must got one list blol penalties too. Blol people will not comply. Only programmable regulations. The dedicated regulatory national regulatory authority. So me arem lo one question we raised up. Lo morning after lo first presentation, he must got one body inside agriculture where by Hemp by me focus plan, by me look lo industrial hemp and medical cannabis. And inside the strategy, me state them say must got one dedicated national regulatory authority. The first plan where me must be one independent one where me no influenced politically. Me one when me well established, me want them say by me operational. Inside law regulatory authority, you must got a structure where you must got all members for police inside, you must got members for province inside, area council too, you must have inside. Insurance say you got oversight start law national level, kokasem law one communities plimi. Industrial hemp and medical cannabis licenses and permits. Permit system. Hemp is really important for Hemp insurance traceability. As we talk about licensing framework, with them permit systems, licensing, and we start law. Time when you want them come one industrial hemp medical cannabis pharma, you got a license, establishment license. You all the time say you want them import, you must carry one permit. Time you got a permit to finish, after when you import it come, time say you import it come, you want them go farm them, you want them, yes you farm, you import them, you can finish, time say you want them go harvest them, you must carry one permit back in. You harvest them lo one time, how much na you harvest them? Time you come to manufacture them, you got one license back and from you got one manufacturing license, one manufacturer, you have carry seeds from multiple different farmers. So it means you must carry one license, that way you say track them, so you carry semi-processed good plea where. Purpose plan, me blame na must get one transparent licensing framework, my permit system. So that you must be able to track and see that time we enter them country, because time is also want to export them, we must track them because time we export them. National quality control mo product standard, and we also want something we will include them inside law. Strategic plan limi. From notably we have export, notably we have make a medicine, lol something whereby you all raw product, you must be able to meet him some standards. Well, standards where he type inside, but if you notice him say, he got all content levels, all chemical inside law, medical cannabis mo industrial hemp we mi differentiate hemp from wild cannabis. You must product testing do we happen inside the strategy for ya. Look to the certification, quality assurance mechanisms, insurance, yes. Persona hemi save be able to protect them hemi good from hemi meeting all certain industry standards mo quality assurance mechanisms. Time igam lo site lo strengthen enforcement mo compliance monitoring. Mi fly look start lo level lo training on law enforcement officers lo areas we suppose ikat need lo imi training ol getalen maskat lo site lo audit tu ikat inside maskat regular inspection mo audit lo license operator may got one interesting something too when we put inside I got one something known as the one whistleblower mo complaint mechanism. So you allow you as one person where you not agree with the one something which happen inside the place, you raise up concernedly. And me give him voice law. You mean where you stop you me want them cut one issue you me cut one issue me looks enough I'll get a operator complaint or something. Me put a mechanism to stay in place, but allow him to happen. One something important lo strategy 5 si mi in bottom tu si must engage them all communities, all stakeholders lo monitoring. And we understand se ikatul program limi lo fanatu police force where me been fortunate lo mi been staff we been happen la island lumi lo village lumi community safety team misa talem straight sa time se lipin programa been carried out lo village lumi been help plante lo control em plante lo use lo wild marijuana and matum la putin sa strategy lo you must make use lo mechanisms mol botis we stop lo help tu lo enforce meme national industry and industrial hemp and medical cannabis registry. Masam strategy number 6. Emi blow cut one record. You must cut one record every seed where you come inside the country. Huna karem seed come inside the country where place na li plan them. So that way time si mi kam lo time blow. You want them export them product pli overseas. You want them meet them international standard. Pe validal se seed kam lo where mi one them kind seed straight. Huna provide them seed. Seed got any certification we meet him. Everyone by such style registry no. Mo registry ati mi provide them mi provide them where place will plan them mo hunal contracted farmers will plan them all seeds. You must make inside lo matu you must become one digital must got one integration you become one digital management system. So, strategy 7, we establish robust protocols for importation of industrial hemp seeds. So, by noticing strategy 7 with strategy 8, to be specific, one we play industrial hemp, one we play medical cannabis. From two different type of something. So, in one so it means the protocol for industrial hemp, but it must be different. For important industrial hemp, but it different law. Protocol for important medical cannabis. Sema kalau guideline blem, mol permit blem. You got some time where we make testing to them. The insurance everyone or something every batch plus seeds we make medical cannabis with them industrial hemp. You must have a folem. Mi sa talem se mi huna importem o one protocol na mi pin folan talem. Antalo semak strategy kat logistics with them supply chain management is tantanit lem. Hauna pa yung look plo imi importem. Mensurem se transport storage ma packaging practices plo kutsa li mitim ali save be traceable, mo li save mitim comply, ali save be inspected, mo li comply with the verification checks. May mas ka training and le semak strategy ka training plo government official mo li importance. capacity building mo stakeholder coordination is really important lo to step from hemana mi ensure si mi no misuse lo goods we mi harvestem lo farm mo mi no misuse lo seeds we mi carry outside ka min set mi planem. Strategy number 8. Well, strategy number 8 mi look lo medical cannabis so Mr. Talem we inside le may katol phytosanitary mo importation protocols we must list him out lo as inside lo strategic plan for me medical cannabis mi mo asimtale se suppose lo level of risk medical cannabis mi mo risky than industrial hemp. So you make a plan the measures in place we fly putum inside lo strategy lo ensure se mixing medical cannabis with a wild one we stop grow illegally. So that's why I got something was some import protocol is inside there. Must got one verified seed record seed suppliers, seed patches, where certificate of analysis for each parts, whereby early test them. Independent laboratory testing, and me one something we stop inside lo under lo strategy number 8 too. Mo look to lo sema ko kasem one important something when we look at ethical mo cultural consideration. No under lo ethical mo cultural consideration na you state them to say you must ensure say transparency mo ethical sourcing of medical cannabis you may follow. So every standard so you may develop them you must ensure say you may carry more seats lo one fashion me ethical when we consider them to cultural consideration round the place by me plan medical cannabis salem. Important one lo first one lo strategy 9 establish good agricultural practices and good agricultural and collection practices protocols for industrial hemp and medical cannabis. Hemami go especially for farmers. Start how we cultivate them, how we cultivate them industrial hemp, how now we cultivate them medical cannabis, how you one meal training programs you probably need to carry out, we understand them, we ensure them say every product we make them, we meet them all industry standards by market we require them, we meet them. We got to training workshops and supporting networks we put to stuff inside. Ensure say imi farmer wa imi farm industrial hemp lo one island lo Vanuatu imi sabos imi face many problem with industrial hemp ya imi sabe relate them se mag message golol narawan so one something was some peer to peer learning networks so matu mi sta inside lo strategy blim ya ensure say every something where imi make them whether you plan them in medical cannabis lo efate o lo santo o lo molecular or even lo tana. Everyone will limit him to max standard. My last one, more important one, inside Leme, strategy number 10, to promote them investment in processing facilities and manufacturing hubs. Emma, Mr. Talem Street, say important as we want them to look to, me value add in the long run. Now, Emma, me one strategy where me look meet them, so we want meet them. Strategy might at the moment you mean save make em yet na ya but me want something where we must look promote them investment law areas from me for sure down the line maybe 1 to 2 years time but we must stop look we start semi process law industrial hemp medical cannabis flimino. So pilawana iminiwanam straight lo industrial hemp mo medical cannabis. So lo side industrial hemp mi talem si mi mas strengthen industrial hemp act semak lo medical cannabis act mo regulation mo control mechanism plan. Must transparent licensing system mo quality mo environmental standards we must enforce them lo together. Tayam tan lo medical cannabis we look Muscat establishment blo regulatory authority na we misatalem. From all key performance indicator blo pila one mi authority we have na mi stamba blo make all work mi must be operational by mi butum say must be operational by 2026. More licensing blo all potential investors all potential farmers say must by 2027 mi ambitious mi must achieve mi must mi install 100% licensing by 2027. Annual compliance mo audit reports to ML key performance indicator blo pila 1. Tayo move ko lo pila 2. Me understand say been cut one question we me come out lo live stream we you been ask him about you been mention him about research and me agree lema plante from me one new field limi you put pila 2 inside research and development and research development and innovation. Pronem lo build one science-based foundation. There must be one science-based foundation lo industrial hemp or medical cannabis. We have a specific lo Vanuatu. So lo site lo industrial hemp, you must establish a research zone lo fiber mo seed. Contact them all varietal trials mo product innovation. So yung basabi sa different variety sa krolowea mo one now limitation bilata one product na imisabi megalem lo level limi lo Vanuatu. Industrial hemp imisabi megam ko kasem megam plate mo spoon lem. O imisabi megam ko kasem level lo megam all cream lem. Semak lo medical cannabis. You must have a good all medical grade strains. Mo how no lisave mo how will lisave grow how well lisave grow lo country blimi national innovation mo research fund mi one point no infle putum lo place from me really important you want to care about research you must cut money to make research on research me really expensive to make it out. So the performance indicator let's say we put 5 research sites by 2026. Keep in mind 5 research sites and one national number so you mean full for now too. By 2026 you should got 5 research sites you should start research them. By 2028 you should got 10 crop varieties where we test them finish. 2027 you should look one initial investment around 50 million fatu. One amount you may put starting of research medical cannabis industrial hemp finance all important something we need we survey about medical cannabis industrial hemp how we grow them Vanuatu. Then come pila 3 and cultivation, processing and manufacturing. Same strategy 12 to strategy 15 inside the document. We look lo establishment of standards for industrial hemp cultivation. Same mi look lo one street. Same look lo farm design. One street na mi design lo farm whereby you should plan them industrial hemp lem. How na ba you distribute them seed? How na ba you monitor them? May put them inside lo strategy number 12. Strategy 13 mi look lo how na mi implement them standards lo industrial hemp lo site lo harvesting. How na you comply? How mo compliance plan? Tayo bigam lo strategy 14 mi define them protocols for industrial hemp processing. So one straight na mi all fashion blame make post harvest handling blo industrial hemp. One infrastructure na by minitim blo site lo processing. One now mi all procedure blame make lo site mi Mr. process him. How do you manage them waste blame? Yung area mi touch lem inside lo strategy 14. Lo strategy 15 mi putum say must cut standards blo industrial hemp manufacturing facilities mo product certification. Mas kat way blim certify am se al facilities am all product ali all kata wali meeting all standards. For me one product whereby mi look plo mi economy plo country blim lem mi want them salem all good product. I mean on the one by mi tamat some reputation blo industry blim. Tamat some reputation blo country blim itu as a whole. The site medical cannabis strategy 16 mi touch planted area. Strict standards for medical cannabis cultivation. So mi focus lo anem quality assurance mo sustainable practices. Strategy 17 we must ensure say cattle protocols for medical cannabis. How we harvest them, how na by mi process medical cannabis. So may minim sa time say you harvest them, how na by harvest them, how ni sa time say you send them all farmers believe harvest them all crop pel nakatuan will hide them will carry outside. How ni insurance may not happen. How na mi sa insurance say security maintenance insurance time you carry you harvest them you process them medical cannabis flu pe you mean no samlol or something we process them you know outside the facility flu how na you comply so every something your protocols you put them in place inside the strategy 17 na pla addressable area na harvesting processing medical cannabis. The compound lo manufacturing of medical cannabis products we must regulate them too. So mana mi kampakpakan lo permits mo licensing lo ensure se ka traceability stuff in place labeling i clear mo packaging mi clear. Strategy 18 mi one important one for medical cannabis from ME1 we ensure say you must have export and product limit from Payamana give him assurance lo payably overseas say yes medical cannabis mi meeting all standards so mi market lo mi require mo mi save salem so may minim one straight lo industrial hemp medical cannabis. One Mr. Luluklem na lo cultivation and processing lo strategy mi stop luluk lo ambitious amount lo hectare lo land mi butum luluk lo identify 200 hectare lo land lo cultivation mi 200 hectares of land lo full Vanuatu. We built them 5 processing hubs throughout lo all islands where I mentioned lo agot stalo act we mention them. You must cut medical cannabis. You must cut development of pilot farm or extraction facilities. So pilot farms important to us from emana mi how we mi start how na mi save control medical cannabis plants manufacture certified therapeutic products. You understand? Say got some question we come out the morning say by medical cannabis pa mi manufacture tu mo mi salem lo Vanuatu o mi understand them semi blow export na mo in the long run time we mi cut capacity lo mi save manufacture mo certified therapeutic products mi want them say by we must meet him all industry standards or standards limilo health. That's why we got inside the strategy, got the laboratory testing. We must be carried out every product. Ensure say you mean no selling one product where me come by sa spolium mi bagen. So key performance indicator now we put stand up 200 hectares of hemp by 2027. More by 2028, you should cut at least 3 medical cannabis labs where is a be able to carry model testing la medical cannabis. Marketing and trading ami next part lo strategy. From emena mi how we make money limiano. Strategy 19 mi talk about development one national brand. No so we mi aware stop ne. You got one national brand finish where you mi industry mi stop Yusum where mi Vanuatu made. One national brand where you mi save lo industrial hemp mo medical cannabis you mi save Yusum tu. You mi save leverage me tu so one way we mi save export them look lo make a marketing product blim lo area. May butum sta inside lo strategy, may highlight them too. So you must cut one comprehensive export marketing strategy. Flow insurance sa time si export and product plumi, medical cannabis o industrial hemp because overseas because straight lo markets we meet all standards plan mo. Para insurance sa pal all product we by export em by no go stock lo customs will different place, different importing country. So strategy 20 mi kam lo building capacity to comply with them all crucial export market standards. So mi build off lo strategy 19. Comprehensive export market strategy na insurance yumi sabe sa wana na mi market standards. Lo different country where by mi export ikolem. All certification we must meet him. Mo mi highlight them to inside the strategic document. You guys the strategic 21. Strategy 21 we talk about trade agreements mo establish access to regional markets. So mati yung butu sta inside the strategic document lumi under the strategy 21. We cover ma plante lo area blo make a trade agreements. We acknowledge them say me want something whereby all businesses will get our license holders, all businesses will look export, all the one by no sabe make them, will get one. Will require them all assistance with different stakeholders where only part lo facilitate them, will get all assist him, will get us all. All stakeholders will get area to me put him strategic document, will estimate them how name is sakarmot, mohuna me responsible plus system blakarmot. So lo industrial hemp, look lo industrial hemp lo site lo branding, ini betul strategy lo katuan pure Vanuatu hemp brand, export mas katuan mas develop one export strategy, mas katuan controlled export framework in place for medical cannabis, partnership with them pharmaceutical buyers you must cut in place. That's why you must cut all trade agreements. We must have mentioned performance indicator problem. Look by Pranda is will be launched by 2026. So we start lo strategy. You must have 10 export ready firms by 2027. More 3 trade agreements by 2028. And we ambitious plan. We plan we been consult them. We feedback we been carry out throughout all consultation. We make lo FAT Santo with them lo molecular. We Mr. President. Pillar 5, risk management or public safety. One very important one, as you may understand, Mr. Facemfin is issue lack of control wild cannabis. So, you may put to memati stand as in Pillar 5, strategy 22 to 24. So, you must cut one digital traceability system. So, my name is Atalem seed to sale tracking. So may track seeds sa time you karem lo overseas yung kasem lo Vanuatu ko kasem time ba you export them you sell them go one different manufacturing company. Implement strict diversion controls. So maybe and randomized audits for medical cannabis. So diversion controls it must be in place for insurance all medical cannabis seedling. Whereby mi karamikam, with the medical cannabis oil, whereby mi medical cannabis, whereby mi harvest them, by na sabe karam ko butuan lo different place. Every something by must be tracked by one must cattle control we stop in place. Where mi list them out lo strategy 23, strategy 23 to mi talem si must cat randomized audits. Plan insurance everyone will start plan medical cannabis will start comply with them one way mi butu mi start act ma one way start lo strategy blim strategy 24 mi talem say you must collaborate with them law enforcement. So mi place way mi highlight them Vanuatu police force is talem mo all compliance level mo joint investigation especially look lo all issues whereby sabi arise suppose we got any mismanagement lo medical cannabis or industrial hemp product we stop carry out lo place. So Wanebna hemai minim se maskat level plo semiaram colleague pin mentionem lo first presentation CCTV monitoring, trained security personnels, controlled access systems. Se means tam siwan tegen sat lo one area plo medical cannabis imaskat one level plo security lem whereby only ulgata will have access him, will have access him. Maskat regular control logs we have in place to prevent them internal theft, more unauthorized access, package proof, tamper proof packaging. We also want something we put to stay inside us on implementation, diversion control measure. From them say by time say imsa transport them all goods plimi kalau place peli bali karemot lo transport or likatem perkempok so liputu kalau narawan so transporting tu mi highlight them lo place maskat proper transport systems mo inventory reconciliation processes is in place all time lo medical cannabis mo industrial hemp. So everyone listed under lo strategy 24 nemai mi one big part lo strategy plimi sa lo strategy 24 lo pepabli pa ilu kami listing out every law implementational partners really must play one part lem really have insurance CMA by happen smoothly. Lo pillar number 5 risk management and public safety mi mini wanem lo industrial hemp so mana implementation traceability system, compliance with audits, secure transport and law enforcement coordination, and ensure full product traceability. Start lo time you carry mi come inside the country ko kasem time you sell mi kalau anara buy overseas so time you export them or you sell kalau an manufacturer. Imi want se buy mi must cut 100% traceability by 2027. Mi sabe se mi one optimistic amount pe mi one figure we mi must achieve ma. You know that mi control them mi want something we mi must make them. And second point na zero diversion incidents annually. You know them say got any report lo diversion lo seeds we mi karem or diversion lo all goods we mi harvest them. You know say by mi indicator mi lo achievement lo pillar 5 mi tu volano. Te kam lo pillar 6 mi kam lo luluk tu lo training and awareness. Something you mean sa how no beli plan ma. Nokut pa mi ko plan mo som kapits no mo mi karam seats le mi sakam tai vikro. Na i maskat fasen lo plan mo i maskat how na you we are blessed beli plan Asimi talem facility knowledge exchange and share best practices with pharma and industry standard lo strategy 5 we look lo how na you misave insurance local communities plimi more stakeholders plimi you likat necessary skill Police have participate inside the sector. And strategy 6 we come to look at awareness too. You must cut awareness. We one new industry. You've been got one funny incident. We've been happen lo on consultation. We've been karem with some lo all farmers, some lo stakeholder. We likam lo attend them consultation na likam oli mixing up industrial hemp with medical cannabis mo wild one is mi vlan farm let's start planning finish after mi vlan so one as I mean dami misunderstand ma se no ema we misa tok pota seats lemana pa mi stop pa mi make rotlem mi kareka no so you must cut awareness up mi understand them say got difference Mo youth must be engaged lema. Mi friends about youth plimi bali have become affected by wild marijuana effects. We must look finish lo communities plimi. We must raise awareness lo difference play hema. We must talk about it. We hema we stop go around lo communities plimi. Say got different way we tu vlai li pen industrial hemp medical cannabis to likam lo benefit mi we narawana mi no kam help mi se me sabe happen through awareness campaigns multi-lux we mi karamot with the communities plimi se me mi addressem lo strategy 26 all house mi karamot hema strategy 27 mi kam integrate them you must integrate them industrial hemp or medical cannabis topics equal all existing national training, education, extension programs. Sememi by me come one big industry in the future. My importance a time where importance you got all get away you must get human resources step in place. But time where we start them of industry, mistako all fala mistako we got all man we got you got in place we got most have where you stop got the table save look out them good industrial you save stop benefit them long term income. So farmer training lo cap mo good agricultural practices mo processing medical cannabis regulator mo health professional training national awareness campaign key performance indicator at least 1,000 if I know to train by 2028 really understand them how we cultivate them mo be part lo industrial hemp mo medical cannabis sector yung betul betul curriculum integration by 2026 semua something to do with them curriculum blimi, especially to do with them extension training. So I'm to me highlight them central strategy. So suppose in the long term me want them achieve him, you need block at training lo how now blimi karma them. More important one we throughout the consultation, Mr. Harem, Mr. mention them, me financial systems and now. So mana one way me pin slowing down me plante or license holders we me karem license staff, play me have usum, me how financial systems play no. So anti money laundering with them counter terrorism financing provisions me putum tu stand satu strategi me address them, ensure se time say you come on license holder mo you stop part lo industry but you fall down inside lo l'activity blue pal kita lopang oli save be assured say you know one man who stop laundering one money blow one criminal the money where you carry me kame me fit him money where you been tell about lo license blue say me should make him this amount of millions lo amount lo money where me amount lo product where me export them so then by the time you literacy money we become inside the bank account blue with them money we buy you tell them say install a license blue where you apply tell them say mana me estimated market value block goods blue but you have a compare them place now say you launder money or you make a one stuff as way straight so industrial hemp the side of industrial hemp you must get proper partnership with them FTIs small cooperatives plus say Agatatul got access to some financing system, microcredit to all farmers. This time lo strategic documenta, medical cannabis. You look lemon compliant with all frameworks lo AML mo CTF, mo public private partnership investment mechanisms to only step in place. You must have make use them. So key performance indicator policy as we mentioned them 90% complete. So we look me approved by 2026 mo. We look one investment blow 1 billion fatu by 2030. So me come lo last pillar me and lo financing systems. That's me call implementation framework summary. Me looks and lead me stop in place play me take lead lo how na by me carry out industry me in the industrial hemp medical cannabis regulatory authority na we Mr. Andalo Malv hem na me lead take lead lo plante lo all activity more strategy inside lo all activities plus strategy inside lo documenta more partners play must be mentioned me got FBS Ministry of Health Department of Climate Change, Ministry of Finance, Financial Investment, provincial governments, small chiefs, small chief councils too, all step inside. So me wonder say by framework lo industrial hemp, how by me manage them by start lo level block government, you go kasem lo level block community blimi. From me only way we miss have insurance, seek at compliance. Suppose we one role members, small partners, you know, work with them all narawan. By heart, we miss have controlem o managem industrie. So expected results, as we mentioned, we want to say more than 2,000 jobs we created inside the industry, over 1 billion fatu in investments, more 7 pilot sites by 2026 for farming. Imikam lo validation workshop ab limikaram feedback ha. Also we Mr. Talem validation workshop mikam lo one end mikam so one end lo multiple consultations we team lo mal labin karamot lo different island or province lo Vanuatu. Mo important se yimi mas kim feedback limi. From time yimi finish lo place lo table tete yimi start tegem se documenta straight no. So, paikat imisua siya along the line, paikat all time we imisave review strategic document. But now we stop lo meeting tete. We encourage them each and every one of stakeholders. Please take him time lo, give him thinking blue lo strategy. From him one new vala industry we misa time lo set him up. Mo strategy plan em tu emi ason pepe we sabosi no fit him good. Pa emi na save grow up good. So you must look at them good. You need them help everyone, well, every stakeholder. You may attend them validation workshop. Or if we will follow online, please give him thinking. Pilot projects, we may want them to roll them out. We should roll them out mid 2026 as we start. Industrial hemp or medical cannabis strategy. We know plant. It's not about the plants. About people me, about prosperity kita, about protection culture me, with them livelihoods me. So I bring me come end lo presentation me lo strategic documenta. Misabe se mi long fala, mi talem thank you too much. We will have patient with me, lo listen through them. Emi important lo, you must give him thinking lo documenta. So mana mi lo presentation lo mi. Thank you too much lo everyone.
Thank you. Tola la consultancy plo imi save kotru lo strategy with mi. Pai me allow one or two questions before you go break for lunch. But when I'm happen, me also say, suppose you got all queries. Me waiting see you want to say clear them now ya. I'm less have clear them. Pe pampa you got more time lo after lunch. Lo you go through lo pillars so pa when I'm again pa you break out you go lo 7 groups, 7 pillars ya. Then you may workshop mol pilas apa you go through them, give you more thing blivla. Ale by me alarm time to can present them so make them say yes presentation may been long. If I me alarm time lo this afternoon lo you go through lo pilaya you focus lo each lo pilaya after suppose you got all questions so you relate lo na pilas by you they can comment please time will can present then you alarm time please have a question each law strategic objective inside law all pilaya. If I may give him one or two comments, Mr. Moana.
Difficulty where you may cut today and me how by me walk with them all bank from all still butum red flag lo medical cannabis mo hemp ya me save se got some friend lo me where only got bank accounts only been close them me for one only contact me block close them accounts lo company blow me so you me save make every something but suppose you may not got when I only call them money, Lo yumi save processem mekem I work by heart ya. Lesia mi congratulatem young valaya you like vraiment plan de something. Be the difficulty we have today, money blame. For example, mi mekem feasibility study lo Ozim International, when we mekem investment I about $7 million. It just lo fencing 4 hectares, lo 4 meta, what them CCTV by cost $150 million baht. Lo mekem sure say when I happen inside, I'm secure. Me declare interest Lozim, Chinese partner below me, I live in this. Me want to know me stuff. Today, me start talk to what one Switzerland company, and normally next week me start fly to present them a project Lozim, Lolkata. They suppose only make him due diligence Logata, only financial bank below me, only on board. But money straight away by the lamps, I don't want to invest. So concern me, I mean area of banking. From them only not stop today. Only should stop the table from the beginning. Only understand them when you start again. Help me, save make him sure say or license we got 8, I think. Only save start and work lolgata. That's the reality we are facing at the moment. Particularly with Lozim, I think on one two only face them semak. So I think it's important block on board the bank. Mi sabe se you try hard last time only come. Be me no think really understand the importance of society. Today suppose you want them import opium or pharmacy only save megem. From me part one protocol we stop in place. But today all bank time only import opium only no got any problem from install the system is. So concern me in society. How we address that? From one only no stop. Thank you.
Thank you. I think you one very valid comment. You pin megam every best lo ranem one consultation lo match lo talk about this particular issue with them banking and now for basis flow one task force where you been set them up because from a banking commercial banks with them reserve bank and of course FIU after now also form basis flow reason amendment we go so by me save talem se low level blow policy law ministry this is how much we can do to cater for the requirements of banks into this legislation and an issue plol bank one of la something way yes me think by law level ministry me pion ministry but me want something way could you me must talk plan de lemblo megem say you me from now also say all requirements all processes me should be sufficient law industry me save but right now from say suppose me concern about wild marijuana what industrial medical cannabis then all processes now way you go through them all pilas after inside law amendment law act 2 HS koya you me factor all got one all sections inside there where me factor all processes flow bank all approved process where RBV by recommend them preserve bank me recommend them commercial bank what them you me win participate in industry me follow está inside law naya me stop law maybe you me no sabe one straight I think by me no sabe provide manan sale maybe I think could play me mas look more law work strong more law between you and commercial bank what all corresponding banks and all originators banks mena mil something we by me must make more awareness lim
I think mi essence floor discussion floor today, Mr. Carcasses say the industry move forward, all banks only must comply. You mean some executive officer tell them level of ministry you may make them as much as we can and to the limit when them low I may allow me to make them. But at the same time, suppose you think go back number 19 March discussion we make at down Holiday Inn. Government today I may commit him make him sure say this industry but behind me work. So you got a lot of mechanism stop. You got the level blow government. Suppose your bank only no oblige, then Bamba you may force him government we must make one drastic decision, especially take a decision force him all bank must comply. And that you may got Reserve Bank on board. Reserve Bank may hold regulation regulate him all bank. And definitely, you've been having talk Prime Minister or Deputy Prime Minister all the time, to lie right behind this industry. And suppose once all only President may sent all amendment and suppose me still meeting all barriers, then definitely Bamba may implement other mechanisms make sure all banks only obliged only comply with them. All amendment law more ensures industry may work. Thank you.
Me don't understand the banks because industry yes, if time by work, I mean billions of value by me flow out and in and out. The country blow me. So I mean one industry where you got big full of potential where you stop. They should be there today. They should be here today. What do you mean? You should got one or two. You should stop. Try to understand them. Maybe somehow the Minister of Finance should send them a letter. Call every director of the bank. Tell them, say, let me remind you. Say, you got some meeting. At least, if you like to see, send them one staff. You like come. Let them down when you miss them again. As information. Say me tell them no more. Say me one former politician. Me say Minister of the Finance. He got that power. Thank you.
I think as supplementary to what I tell them, all committee where you been formed a time where you hold them discussion on number 19 March. All banks only sit down with them, email historian with them, and I'll give him assurance block at the amendment law act by me prompt him only facilitate him. Process law, opening up law accounts, at the same time law transactionally survey happen. Suppose you me survey say you been start law opening statement law honorable minister the morning time you make him the level blow ministry or the level blow government you me disappointed a little bit me been tell him say Australia and New Zealand to like pass him on laws to after me, and by this time me got first-hand information say full up all RSC vocabulary SWP only actually work all farms marijuana Australia New Zealand and only start operate finish all banks political country only start restricting me I mean no fear only come lo place lo restricting me the same time only allow him industry I mean flourish lo country political I mean no fear and Mumbai Honorable Prime Minister with them, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Bambai, Tulay must take one very strong decision. Suppose all banks will no comply, all commercial banks will no comply this time round. Thank you.
Thank you. We give small time now, Michael.
Thank you. I think by me. Michael, me counter belong Canavano Agri Limited, colleague Blum is stable place. I think Hemena have me assurance way come out of DG, meeting say me way forward from validation. Yeah, I think 5 other companies here before only Hemp license. I think only go through Hemp. You missed about 90% play me validate them activity all people is that with him finish licensing go finish only been paid. So I think assurance you must assure more company also some colleagues only tell them say all investors only go. Suppose you lo Ministry of Agriculture meeting says that opportunity by me come also one assurance and hope the nation of Vanuatu. You may not stop the say me take him also time me DT he talk me give him assurance more hope lo amendment lo parliament mo same time lo nation of Vanuatu. So him validation by the afternoon me pass him every company mobile agree le him. So by me go fast. No, you must find one way out to him. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. John.
Thank you. Yes, got all previous meeting blow you come blow identify all key areas where you should work them. One me bank account. Another one me about correspondence banking relationship blow you commercial bank with them all foreign banks. Now you got through Australia and you service released to me through passport program. So you may want to service now you miss out talk only clear me shublo CBR finish or no. I think we are small say at National Bank. I think you start making me clear me problem. You may not got one confirmation you meet that CBR have been re-established and all money transaction from foreign investors come through Vanuatu is have got clearance plan, you go away plan. And the terminal look director FIU stop. Me no look. Okay, I come to tram talem small about process from me part all point we me been discussion all past meeting blue me. I mean one. Number two. Nicolo Pila oli President Noya, milk waste management inside no industrial hemp, pelo medical cannabis inogat. That waste management by hemi work to get aside industries. I mean now question blow how by you talk about waste management inside the medical cannabis. I mean one. Number two, suppose ministry or all departments or committee, all development, all IRAs, internal risk assessment, for input them seeds or tissue cultures. Me all companies, me one day local draft them. The day you look, by me approve all Mr. Pass through validation, but you local draft all IRAs, for input them seeds, more tissue culture. And me all part all previous meeting we been talk about. And one last one, me about transportation. And you may look at transportation no more, but me on the asking committee if I look to all airlines, most oil by me export through airlines. And you may understand, yeah, well, not me got problem with him. How no by you me make a more product by me export through all airlines. So please to me identify. So maybe all some nearby by smaller plane and some like ship. So you could play me capture them too inside law or strategy play me inside law transportation. So I mean me want to contribute. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pam. Sorry.
Lo clarification mo lo medical marijuana, what them industrial hemp, and then what them all traditional commodities where you mean law department of agriculture, you mean prioritize them or you mean commercialize them. Hemi totally different from all other commercial all traditional commercial products or agriculture products where you mean law department of agriculture, you mean try to promote them. By hemi come totally separate law, normal work law department of agriculture. And then number two, me wonder ma talemol say hemi take ma you mean since 2022 Kasem now, Bloimi come up, bloimi validate this one, which is hemi hamasia ikam. Lo vipa yumi we yumi promote ma investment ikam. Kain investment also hemi so huge. He need him a big capital like this one. And maybe sure say suppose he got any long all companies or every companies will carry license here. Hemi will give me issue finish. Plan the long all get them boli mas kat all foreign partners all foreign investor. Lo level blow investment vipa hemi support them full one. Lo current promotion strategy blow mi vala we blow mambai mi vala implement them one long all key area hemi blow production what them value addition we mambai mi vala is support them be one promote them. Level blow investments where you make now only mi vala lo for them study where mi vala make them only small to medium. But government have need a bigger investment and hemana all key investments when we one of this was every something is good you may successfully attract them a minimal investments come by only make a more impact so government have need him. So think by for them meeting blow me today go by even though you could blow by got some quick follow-up meeting after lo hemeya play me full map all gaps we may identify me today. For example, another meeting again, Reserve Bank come or banks come. At least blow you cut find them some agreement or find them some common grounds where every party is only agree lehem blow by me move forward blow continue with them initiative here. Plante you sabe plante you come by him approve policies come by him approve him but implementation le him now lo make me work him one challenge le everyone here. Once you go yeah by you everyone you look say oh him work lo department lo agriculture or ministry lo agriculture and then you all narawan you then blow okay no him belong get no but I think today you can blow look him service collaboration will blow you everyone every departments where you can blow you implement them all policies blow government him very important blow you must work together yeah. Current all good understanding why you support me one him now him very important blow by you work together plus support them and make him work.
By me, tunggu no one thing finish and I try provide them some.
Okay, thank you too much. I think me haram one comment di campaign lo forma and meeting se me raise one good point lo side lo banking. Me kam lo biaf lo one footing bank. I believe discussion say you may start them long time small, and me believe at one time you may been cut law starting the discussion you may been cut every banks town law Holiday Inn, and then you may got FYU and stuff, and then also you got another discussion law ministry. No, me aware say most law me vilal banks me stop with them FYU to even stop, and in terms law all comments only still sema kosem way stop. Gray list or some way you me aware me still one national plan where RBF with them FYU to release the work them. All banks in terms of how will you work with them one business or license holders. Hemi also mbami talem say hemi kat banks only got own requirements blokata or personal requirements where only work with them individuals, and then you got different scenarios. One may happen, and then you make them say go as far as you miss a cut some account only close all thing awesome. One name we Yumi Pinista making for the last few months, and we draft them one policy, and then the strategy, and then block them or licenses. How will it work? Then me sure say them once MA step in place, then time when you come to present them one paper plea, you make them one something or some this product, especially with them licenses, with them everything is step in place. Then by me easy blow one financial institution, and me understand them. Every so small aspect play, all risk, where now you mitigate them all risk, blow industry, or loopholes where you cause them you mean Mr. Stablo grey listed there. Hemi from you mean no comply with them AML or CTF or something or some where FYU na me Holland that you mean inside them planted with them RPF. So me acknowledge him former way me tell him say some colleagues from me flying staff, but I think most banks me fly regulated by RPF with them FYU. So time when anything me pass through the government, then me come down the RPF, then me come the FYU, me fly comply no. So this policy, this strategy, this is one very good start. The full picture of industrial hemp and medical cannabis in Vanuatu once paper you finalize them. Everything in me come into play, how licenses only come, only caramel license, how poly work out, you make look start, you make a end product plan, or bank only understand full process where stop inside the place, and then RPF with the FYU to fly if all them instruction where you pass through finish, so some act where you pass finish, then all banks me like comply no more them. So thing in no more in support law, all colleagues please, but all you know stop the small reassurance. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think by me try answer more queries we stop. Firstly, tell them thank you lo. Tumu we come out lo one footing bank. Tana li stop lo consultation lo me result lo meeting lo match and then me come to them nafla colleagues play and me too me got same opinion say me. But the strategy, you should give him some level of comfort now, the banks. And me sure say social banks only start following you me lo online. Me want something where good lo. You me must work together them. Lo you me believe say industry by have work. So you me manage them good. And me think say viable banks. I think it may more to do with them risk. So some them so. Thank you to move lo. You have provide them that comfort. Plan de comments we come out lo we me ko pass them through lock me come out lo NBV with them na one way only been participate. So good play me help them you me commercial banks you me help them you me to get out from one country lo you me economy play you me through one program also we stack up and then me one genuine concern we kota we only Philippine me kota we only pay more license. And ikut lo while you make a multi-license play me pay me mas factor se Almania money no just come no molchem only struggle ya lo likam lo kasem stage so ikut lo me help lo make process on reserve bank mo you me to lo FIU ikut lo you me take mon portal komenya mo help them government for me government play me country play me so you me help them situation lo people play me only have benefit out lo program. Me call answering question lo FIPA. Yes, me one totally new commodity. Emena me kaven nantalo act ya. Me kaven nantalo act. Industrial mo medical cannabis. So lo answering question lo me yes. And me agree with them you too say you mean local something you call well issues you me must follow them up one reason why all something me remain staff long time also from Yuminokat all dedicated officers inside the ministry we look. Also me role me one executive officer. Tama government me pasem lawyer. Yumi putum responsibility rest lo office PTG. After TG we must find a way with the advisory committee. Lo yumi megem se all work is tako. So what them act wages ko na yumi got one dedicated unit now. Now tayo mi harem inside lo presentation in forward looking policy mi want them sa pay kamuan got one regulatory authority inside lo ministry way pay mi look lo manage all affairs lo industria. So comment to you, yes, emi valid, and then I must work towards that objective here. Now I got some queries we raised by one investor, Loplesia. I think by email CTF, by officer, I think by Misave provide them some response law requirement where you question them. Site law waste management, purpose prime stab law, the TMI law. You will scrutinize some policies, possibly look a strategy no from up. Please make sure a strategy from up. Maybe you think me will overlook him. And thank you, you have spot about him. Law site law import protocol. Everyone something with strategy identify we must make him. And biosecurity is the work level, so by should expect them law. Anytime soon after we strategy, me approve. By you make all consultations blame. Law you me to get up and by you me work lo him. But otherwise from one way me karem lo biosecurity only stop work level. Law import protocols and once all draft already by look all invitation you come you me start from all consultations blame lo you like give you multi name level. Transportation, yes, me want something where ministry no got control over it. Pe you me take point. I'm sure say got all flights where regardless of if no more fly, pe got all flights stop go in and out. Pe pag again me want something where could you flag him? All naval sectors where really responsible for transportation. And by should look them, make him sure no more say products level time we ready for export purposes. Pe got all flights. I'm sure say got all flights we stop go in and out of country and got all exports too we stop go. So yes, I think me some thinking we me cut lo me save respond them. Pe afternoon me please me invite me lo after lo lunch if no runway if stop. And by you me go through lo each lo pilas after ali. And by you me address them you got any queries we address them lo each lo pilas by you save address them lo time blame time well all group me we only come lo present them each lo pilas and him some actu ko lo online viewers me. Suppose you got any queries you put to me ko lo you respond lo page lo ministry or you put on comment ko lo page lo ministry. Pampay team me pampay respond lem. Suppose during nawe lo consultation pe anytime after lo consultation ya pa mi vilay respond lo queries me. Suppose we misave ask me o John one last comment.
Thank you. We got two supplementary something no problem. One suppose you look good in the time all companies pro export. While you export you some country where all no staff inside lo bilateral agreement what them country blue you me. For example, Canada you know staff inside lo list lo all partners country where you miss have export you all get. So I may want something where you should capture inside lo plan me strategy plan ya pro work lam. And companies only must give information in lo you lo committee lo you work with them foreign affairs. You may work bilateral agreement with all get. I may one, you know mess them. Number two, I mean about long term something. Now yeah, you may partly export, but you may export around the world. And I mean all country where you got different system. Some use some Swiss system, some use some digital currency, all different system. Which law play you mean law Public Finance Act. hemi no open up lo systems. So you start you me by you meeting what? The now yet you start talk about external trade, and you must make sure all system are available, all money transaction you pass. That Swift system hemi come by one traditional system, which you talk about 1 week or days block clearance. Digital hemi 2 seconds block clearance, and the business side hemi one good for a system where is have speeding up development of business sector industrial of Vanuatu. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, John. Lo comment. Pointly well taken. Lo side lo bilateral agreements. We go through lo market and trade pilaya. Lo imi check em se me masta insight. Lo me em se me kato bilateral agreements to get em sector. Number 2 comment lo you current amendment we mi ikoya hemi sumitalem hemi allow emplo Yumi develop all payment systems for industry. Me instalo acto semi bintalem from me control consultations. So any approved system where RBV all regulatory bodies plimi so really responsible of finance only agree se system na pa imisu act me kita for finish step inside. So yumi butu minister inside lo act karena amendment no ichesco. So once any system we government mi looks mi straight system pe acte mi kita fo you just tapin no mo system straight kes po sumi no mo karameni komen mi tege se pa yumi break small for lunch after le time pa yumi come back after le pa yumi go through pa yumi program yumi lo 7 groups after yumi go through lo each lo pilasya you got more time lo you query lo pilasya lo afternoon lunch. Thank you again lo yumi lo folem important session we just go through them lo pilas plimi mo. Thank you to lo comment mo, thank you to lo viewers plimi we all staff follow me lo live stream. Thank you lo time we save folem ministry lem. Before you ko lo lunch pa mi aske ma compliance officer plimi lo Department of Agriculture i talem crash plimi lo lunch after lunch stop pian lo.